Welcome to SEGAWEEN 6. I'm your host for the hour, TurboGilman. I'm here with Shinrei Jusatsushi Taromaru, roughly translated Psychic Assassin Taromaru. This is a game where we're going to go into, you guessed it, feudal Japan's demon realm, and we're going to rescue the maiden. So, I guess, let's see, there's a couple of things that we're going to go over real quick before we get the run started, because once I get it started,
Hey, Turbo, real quick,
yeah, go for it.
Get going, can we get more mics on your end?
I can make the other one go down. The mic is maxed out.
Okay, and what you're sending me is completely maxed out?
The mic is maxed out, yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah, well, if this
We're
is the
gonna-
best we can do, cool. Thanks.
Do you want me to turn the capture down?
Everything's just really low, so it's okay.
Okay, yeah.
The game's not overpowering.
Okay. Yeah, Okay, alright. Alright, here we go. So, I really like this game. This is a Time Warner exclusive. They didn't make very many copies of it before they dipped out of the video game market, and it's really cool. It's a run and gun. There's a couple things. We'll go over a lot of it when we're in the game itself. The main character of the game, Taromaru, is who we're going to be playing today. He is the harder of the two characters. He has a shorter range on his projectile, and he can't fly. He can slide on the ground, but he can't fly. So we're gonna get it going. So here we go. I'm gonna do a quick check of the options real quick, and then we're gonna get started. Looks good. Hard difficulty, max 5 lives, and the other settings are good. So here we go. We're gonna jump right into it. These are the two. I recommend that anyone who wants to check this game out, do not play Taromaru. Don't do it. You can play Enkai. He's a monk. He's much easier. His projectile, his lock-on projectile, which you'll be seeing a lot of, covers the whole screen. But we're gonna go to this. So, time starts when we gain control of character. It's probably like 10 seconds after we press start. So we're starting now. So. And then, it'll be in like 2 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so big part of this game is we've got a charge shot. We're going to be using that a lot. It's a charge heavy game. It's also a mash heavy game. You need to wait until your reticle reaches the target, and then you can go crazy. So we're going to just let that first one go, and then get through this screen. And then there's going to be a lot of damage boosting. We're going to be damage boosting a lot. Usually, with you're playing Enkai, you can just hover over all these enemies. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm disciplined enough to actually clear all of the enemies. It's very, very difficult. This is a very difficult game. Some other things that we're going to go over are some of the other system mechanics when we get to them. The first one we're going to go over is we're going to soul buddy people. We're gonna convert minions to our side. We're gonna use them for crashing or bombs. There's gonna be a lot of that, but also there are a couple of enemies where we are going to we're gonna need their help in certain areas. Oh gosh, yeah. So for this, you want to slide past, and then it's a mash heavy game. So don't mind me if I'm focusing on the mashing. Enemies in blue, they do give you health, but we of course my lock on. We're gonna need to take him with us because this first boss is going to be destroyed by a crash. So instead of fighting that whole centipede thing, we just get to crash with a single enemy and we're out of there. There goes our first life. So no ranking mode today. Ranking is one single life bar with a timer, which is very nice, but it can be hard to deal with. One thing about this game is very heavy in RNG, especially at the higher difficulty. There's a lot of different patterns that show up, and even still, I still see different stuff I never see. So there's two main fires. There's basic normal damage, and then there's, I call it like soul convert. That's when we get enemies to join our side. Oh man. Yeah, those ground enemies, you don't see that many usually. But sometimes you just gotta clear them, because otherwise you just don't. You're gonna just take so much damage. We're taking a lot of damage right now, but that's okay. We've got plenty of credits to play with. And of course, yeah, same thing with these giant heads. Sometimes they don't spawn at all, but recently they've been spawning in pairs. So one of the other key things, key being a pun here, that we worry about is key clearing. So you can create a key shield or energy shield. Gives you full invulnerability. It also lets you hover in place. So we'll be using that at different points in the run. But a lot of it is just letting the lock-on hit, and if you don't have a charge shot, which can be hard to get because if you take damage, you lose your charge. So there's a lot of enemies in this area. There's a lot of enemies. It's an enemy gauntlet. Eventually, it becomes a boss gauntlet. And that makes it fun. Why is it focusing on those? That never happens. Okay, good. So for enemies where there's a lot of enemies on screen, you really want to, if you can, get the soul convert. The friendship, as it were, whatever you want to call it, and you want to get someone on your side as soon as possible. Oh my gosh, I thought I had more life than that. So when you see the blue guys, you can relax a little bit because they give you life. But I totally blew it. All right. So this is we haven't really gone over this. Your L and R buttons, respectively, change the targeting on where you're firing, and it's very important because certain enemies are only vulnerable in one spot, even if there are like 5 valid targets at a time. This guy is one of them. He's the first enemy, I think, that has multiple areas that can like absorb damage without it actually hurting him. So when you're not sure like where to hit, that's a good opportunity to build up your charge meter. And if you don't know the pattern, a lot of them you will be able to use the key clear as iframes to get you through get you through it all. Oh, and even though I hit the change target button, it just went to the other arm because he has two of them, of course. Yeah, this game is pretty much just non-stop action. So for here, this is like the first. Really? Did it really hit me? First place where we're going to be using the key clear to hover. Okay, apparently I'm just in the wrong spot. Okay. We get a little bit of health here. Which is nice for anytime that you can get health, you want to make sure you take it. So if you don't know where all of the blue enemies are, the ones that give you health, it can be really bad, because if you are trying to get them to join your side, they will not drop health. This enemy has a very low chance of shooting you into the sky, so I'm so glad that he's cooperating. I mean, it's not what you want, you know, if you're trying to save time and go fast, which generally I'm trying to do in this game, but it's really cool. It's really cool to see the top half of the screen. So I thank him for that. Okay, so that was one where I charged up my key blast, and these bat enemies, these airborne ones, they cannot. Oh, I already had one. I didn't realize that the companion, you can only have one companion at a time, and they have their own health bars. So sometimes you want to clear them just to get. But I thought that he had already died. One thing that's nice is that if you start charging your charge shot, pretty good pattern here, being on top of the snake with the gnats coming down. But anyway, if you start charging your charge shot, either one of them, you can alternate to the other one, which in a pinch sometimes is really handy. Is that... We're trying to go through this as fast as possible without taking too much damage. Okay, good. There is some health coming up, so we'll be alright there. We're going to also use a... if you bounce off the bottom of the screen, you basically get iframes and you get to fly for a little bit. So we're going to use that in a couple places. That's one of the spots. We use it to get the health there. And then later, we'll use it again. We're going to take a little bit of damage, so we get both of the health items. And then we're going to just, every boss, pray for RNG. So this one, blocks are going to come out of the wall, and we're going to want to be able to hide under them, so that the projectiles don't hit us. Pretty favorable pattern there. Sometimes you just cannot find a safe spot. Sometimes you have to sit out, like they're all at the bottom of the screen. And of course, going back to it with Taromaru, who I'm playing, the main character of the game, your projectile lock-on only goes halfway through the screen, so it can be a lot. I played this game a lot, and I liked it on the surface level in the beginning, but then eventually it just really grew on me. And once I started playing the game co-op, I decided that I would let anybody who joined me play Enkai, so that it's easier. And since then, I've just switched to I pretty much just play Taromaru, even though it doesn't look like I play Taromaru at all right now. These enemies generally don't send wind at you, but again, it's all just like RNG. So you just charge up your shots, you hug the right side of the wall till we get to the stairs, and then we're gonna pray to the RNG gods for the fireballs. So they will spawn at different places, and he will use, like how he's bound to the ones that are floating around, he will charge them up and he will try and send them to you. So we're going to hope that the ones that he's focused on are ones that we're not focused on, so that we can key clear them and we're not competing with what he's doing. Because if we have to compete with what he's doing, you can waste a lot of button presses. So this isn't optimal, but we at least have patterns on the auto locks that give us a chance to send ones back to him without it taking up too much time. So it's not perfect, but we're not spending the whole time targeting or changing targets on different ones, because the changing of targets can be very finicky in this game. Like, yeah, that's not the one we wanted, but and if you clear the one that he's shooting at you, and then he targets the one that you've charged up, it becomes a bunch of wasted time. So that didn't go too bad though. That could have been much worse. So we want the enemy, we want him to join our side, but we need the health. These ones in the red and the white, I'm assuming that's what the colors are, they cannot join your side, and they are in plenty here. So we need to make sure I generally just get one of the ninja looking ones, because I know that every ninja you can have become your soul buddy. Oh no, hey, this is live. You hear me? Okay, I guess not. So this one, you want to clear out the enemies so that you don't have to focus on them on their patterns. Luckily, they didn't do too much before things got out of hand. Excuse yourself.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
If you don't know, you can watch this live on twitch.tv/SegaCrew. This boss is hit the frog in the face as many times as you can. We'll be dodging a few of these shots, going for a couple key clears, using the charge shot to get as much damage. And then we're going to actually just let the damage happen. We're going to let him eat us. You can hit the arms on the frog here to prevent from going inside the mouth, but it just saves you so much time to just deal the damage first. And of course he went underwater right before I could clear, so we have to clear the bubbles. This is just RNG. He doesn't do this every time. So it's a good thing he's shown off. This game likes to show itself off. Don't miss your opportunity to play it. If you're smarter than me, you can probably figure out how to get a translated version of this game. I don't know how that works. This one, we're gonna fire at the holes that open up. So we're gonna build charge shot. We're gonna hang out on one side of the screen, generally, because the drops, they don't actually hit in the corners. So if you're playing Enkai, this is a pretty safe place until the bugs come out. Once the bugs come out, you don't have to focus on them, but you might have to clear a couple of them to get to the next part. That one wanted to show off since I brought it up. That one too. If you don't know how to mash, this is a pretty tough game. On the boards, we allow for auto-fire controllers, just so that everyone can have a chance to play this game. We're gonna just wait for one to open up, and that's that boss. Okay, I got a second to read. Oh, hey, Grim. Hello. Hello, Pancakes. Hello, Booster. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this. There's not a lot of downtime in this game. I am so sorry. It's pretty much just mash until you get done. Also, you cannot soul bond with the enemies that are in the carts, so we're gonna have to get one that's in the air. And then the boss that's coming up at the end of Minecart Madness is very difficult. It's here. So he's gonna shoot out these blue orbs, and you are basically gonna just have to jump and mash. And if your mashing isn't perfect, you're gonna take damage. And I'm hoping my soul buddy's doing some damage to the boss. Of course, it's this pattern. It's good once you get through it, but this is the problem: is that you're gonna take damage from it. And of course, as soon as you take damage once, you're gonna take damage from the whole thing. My mashing is not perfect. Okay, so we're going back to key clear. Oh, this is a good time to explain it. So key clear is a single button. You can also just charge shot these when you get the chance. It is it's the Y button. But you also have another way to key clear. You can press down and down. So you want to know about that, because if you don't, you might try and slide. If you mash, you basically just have complete iframes, but it's not always reliable. This cool little part is basically just, are you going to get hit by random blue dots? And really, you can clear, but with my set of vision circumstances, I just focus on doing the damage and getting to the next part. This next part is for those who are getting into this game. This is where Enkai really comes in, because he can fly. So you can fly over all of this stuff, but we're in here. And apparently, sometimes you can slide, sometimes you can't. I wish I would have gotten here a little bit earlier. This, I really recommend making sure you have charge shots and get really good at sliding. We also use the bouncing. Just go into the pit. Jump over those big guys. Oh my gosh. And sometimes the enemies are going to just spawn where you're trying to go. Because they're trying to stop you. So for this, this tunnel, I really just recommend just jumping to the left, because if you face the right, you can't deal any damage, but if you jump to the left and key clear once at the right time, you'll never take damage. So like your chances of landing in a small one of the empty spots where you won't take damage are just prohibitively small. Oh, nice. Got some health before this section. I've been having a time with this screen. I never have slowdown here, but good gosh, it has been rampant. Is that a blue guy? Anyway, so when you get to this part on the log, you need to run the other way to push the log in the direction that you want to go. And then when you jump, you have to jump like normal. Luckily not too bad. Okay, luckily that wasn't too bad. We get the first enemy. So there's a lot of targets on this boss. So we're going to try and just walk back and forth and hit him when we can. And then when it goes to less arms, I always lose track of them. I just cannot help myself. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Oh my gosh, really? There's health coming up right now. I had really unfortunate circumstance with that. Okay, wait, I don't have a dude? He died? When did he die? That was a single enemy. I should have had him join my side. Alright, we are pretty much in the boss rush part of the game now. So this is probably the biggest boss where you need to be really good at the lock on. I recommend standing in the middle and then you choose your, oh gosh. No, that's not it. So this one, it will spin and then the spirit will join one specific part of the armor, and you need to track what piece of armor it is, lock on, and then mash your way to victory. Oh gosh, I don't know what it is. The smaller pieces of armor are just very difficult for me to tell the difference between. Oh, that's what you want. You want the spear and you want the chest piece. They're easy to see. Oh wow, what a great shot pattern. Sometimes they just like curve and they follow you and it doesn't matter where you go. And other times you can just walk a little bit to the left and not that time. Yeah, we gotta clear him. And you want to make sure you have a fresh one of these for this boss coming up. This is the character that's featured on the spine card. You want to get as close as possible, and as long as you have him, he will clear out the bugs there for the most part. give you a chance to do a ton of damage. Of course, he's being passive aggressive. Okay. I played this game a lot of times. This is some of the worst RNG I've seen in the game. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Like I said, this game wants to be seen. So we're gonna charge shot, mash, and a little bit of key clear, and no luck. Okay, only a call. Well, yeah, that's the beginning of the boss rush. Well, I guess the armor is. So now we're to the top of the tower, and there's just gonna be a bunch of bosses. We got some bugs coming up here. You'll see them. You can hug the wall for this one. You just want to jump, clear once in the air. When the bottom ones get to you. Pretty good RNG there. The ones that come out of the top can come and bite you. So we're gonna hope that we get good patterns here. Yeah, pretty good. And the lock-on didn't drop. Oh man, shouldn't have gone for a charge shot there. I didn't take too much damage there, luckily. So you might remember this boss from earlier. If you don't, it's understandable. There's a lot going on. And then after this phase, there's a, my joke has been, it's a mega evolution of it coming up. And we'll see how the RNG for it is. Yeah, the RNG is basically like, how many times are you gonna get that? Are you gonna get the orbs and the pushback? Because the pushback it costs you just so much time. Really? They all exploded early? Really? Sorry. Yeah, that's about expected. I've had terrible luck with that one recently. Okay, so this one there's a... oh, yeah, this boss. Okay, so he's gonna make pillars of like centipedes. They have one lock on target. We're basically praying for like really short stacks that we can jump over, because we want to get out of this as fast as possible. The problem with hugging the right side of the wall is that the further right you are, the more likely, or the further right that he's going to spawn them. Oh, and these short ones are really coming through. Alright. We're gonna get to the second phase now, thank God. And then this one's just RNG, diagonals. If you're lucky, you don't have to stop firing at all. Had a really good key clear, so we didn't take any damage. When he opens up the portal, you just fire and just jump. Okay, apparently I was way too close for that. Slide, hello. Okay. And we've gotten so far into this fight that he's shot lasers out of his face, which never happens. So this one will be there will be a ball that comes out. We're gonna basically just try and dodge. And of course they home. They don't always home, but they're gonna home today. The problem with the key clear is that if you're key clearing, you can't charge a shot. And charge shots are how you do the damage. Oh. If you're playing with just Enkai, you can hang out right where I'm standing right now, and it's pretty much a safe zone. You won't be able to hurt it when it's coming out of the left, but it's not too bad. Charge shots make a difference. The secret to this one is don't hit the outside orbs, because if you hit one of the outside orbs, it'll change the speed that they travel, which makes it harder to dodge. Of course, I'm not linking my key clears very well right now anyway. Okay, so it doesn't matter. When those orbs turn red and fire at you, sometimes they'll just spin around him in the circle. Yeah, make sure you go get that health there. And it can be really troublesome. This one's not too bad. You can jump through most of the armor of this bosses. And with a little bit of key clear, you can be safe. Okay, apparently we have no luck today with that. And then that time they didn't come at me at all. There's no reacting today. And sometimes it doesn't matter what strats you have, they're gonna find a way. This boss just really comes down to how many times, this is the last boss of the game, how many times is this boss gonna go in the sky? And if we're lucky, it won't be many, because most of the patterns are pretty manageable with key clear for the iframes. But if he goes in the sky, the bottom half of him is going to here we go, he's going to spawn these bugs, and let's just say it's just very annoying. There's no way about it, because instead of having like one active hitbox, you now have like 3 or like 12. 3's if you're lucky. There's no place that you can go that's like safe. And to no surprise, he went right in the sky. We got some damage in before he went in the sky though, so. Okay. This is what we want to see. We want to see a lot of this. But in all my practice runs, I've seen so much of this pattern that we're actually doing all right with it. If you're not careful, you will get stuck in a corner and he will spawn a million of those little things. Okay. That's just a habit. Yeah, of course. I mean, you wanted to fly in the sky like 3 times. And time's gonna be when the screen fades after this last health bar goes down. So I don't know how many credits I have left. This might be my last one. Luckily, yeah, luckily we got there. So anyone who's never seen this game before, I hope you enjoyed it. It's one that's really grown on me. We're gonna let the credits rock on my side. We're gonna see that sun sign. It's gonna be great. So let's give some shout outs to people. Let's see. Yo, ZG. Yo, thanks for the GG. Grimshins, thanks for the GG. Ready Line, thanks for the GG. Yo, KP. Pancakes. Thank you, brother. Thanks for the GFG. So, if you've never played this game, I really recommend checking it out. Do not play who I play. Don't play the monk. Or don't play Taromaru. Play the monk. Give yourself a chance. And don't forget that you can slide in the air, which is just down and jump. It lets you fly. If you have a chance, play it with a friend. If you need auto fire, there's no judgment. It's a really fun game. I tried not to like this game so much, but I just cannot. I can't help myself. It's just too cool. There's a lot of RNG in it. Eventually, I could get good enough for ranking mode, which is just one life bar. But I think if I'm going to do that, I'm going to work on Enkai first. So I thank everyone here at SegaCrew. Hope everyone enjoyed the show. It's a cool game. Check it out. There's a translation out for it. As far as I'm concerned, there's the sun. That's all I need to see after we've, cleared the darkness on All Saints' Day. Oh, that was fun. That was a fun one. Yeah, I think the estimate for this game was ridiculously high. I set it really high. I thought the game would take a lot longer. I don't know how long the run was, but thanks for having me. Yo, Booster, thank you for the GG. Thank you. Thanks for the shout out, too. Whew. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. If there's too much time between this one and the next game, I do have a secret game that I can run. A secret spooky game. If that's the look. Not for like the whole time, but yeah. Oh man, I really like this game. Alright, let's see if there's anything that I missed in the chat. It's so hard to use a phone for this.